It's the NFL on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Cincinnati Bengals and the New York Jets. Next on Madden Football.
Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New York Jets. Welcome again, one and all. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Brandon Gaudin on hand alongside Charles Davis. And yes, the storyline here, the weather. Snow and more of it expected as this game continues. So how will that impact how this one goes?
Can these teams ignore the distraction and the strangeness of playing in a snow game? Because it actually affects the crowd as well. That big roar you get is often muffled when there's a snow game. And the second part, what's the footwear you got on? Does that fit the turf you're playing on? And how will it handle as things get a little bit slick?
Zerline set to get us started here, and off we go from MetLife Stadium. Brandon Wilson now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now, because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral.
Throwing to start the drive. Mobley. And incomplete to open things up.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely frees up your guys elsewhere. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Mobley. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, Mobley. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll look to throw again. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. With the snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Back to throw. Mobley. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll give it to Mixon. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is when you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Mixon again. Trying to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Stop for no gain at the 2-yard line. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short. What a stand so far defensively. And now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Going with their tight end on 4th. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Drew Sample taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bengals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Many would call that a gutsy decision here early on to go for it 4th and goal. There was no hesitation. Field goal unit never sniffed the field.
It was a message. And the message was, I trust you on offense. Go out and make this happen. Go ahead and pick it up. You know what else he said? I trust my defense as well. If they don't get it, I know you're going to hold them. So it's a message to your entire team that you believe in them.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. Well, they'll be led out by a man who needs no introduction. One of the most exciting players in all of sports. Now in his 6th season out of Texas A&M, Patrick Mahomes.
And simply put, for many, he's the gold standard for quarterbacks in today's NFL because of his ability to create, find the open man, use all the different arm angles that he has. He's a complete package, and boy, his team loves to play around him.
On first down, Mahomes. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run with Hall. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer. Exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Throwing to start the drive. Mobley. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Operating from the gun. Mobley. He completes it to Boyd. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A handoff running left, Mixon. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Now a play fake here on first down. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase from 21 yards away. And the Bengals have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive.
They find themselves in a good-size hole here, and a good-size hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. They'll start on the ground. Hall.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes. He finds Wilson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tackle made that time by B.J. Hill. Nothing the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. On play action, it's Mahomes. His throw incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Mahomes now to throw. Open man here is Conklin. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. And that's on big Mekhi Becton, first-round pick in 2020. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Now here's Mahomes. They're able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 43. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43.
Back to the ground with Hall.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hall again on 2nd down.
And he'll take this one down to the 36.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Here's Mahomes to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
Holding
So they were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Uncorks one for Davis. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
The scoreboard tells a story for them a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the 1st half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Looking to throw. Mobley. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Fourth down, out comes the punter, Drew Chrisman. The Jets have Braxton Berrios back deep.
It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44.
And the Jets will take over.
And New York set to take the field. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets him a 3-and-out, 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. It's brought in by Wilson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. I love that play, because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions, almost impossible.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Mahomes again. He gets it underneath to Hall. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Working with a 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now 1st and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up and do something different just because you think you need to.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Working from the gun, Mahomes. That's to Davis. He's got it. Touchdown, New York. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Jets have got it back to within a score. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. From the 6. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Throwing on 1st down. Mobley. Over the middle, complete. It's Boyd. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Possibly a good spot here to take a shot as they come out with 3 receivers to the left on second and less than a yard. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Hurst. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Mobley. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that is incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
It's not cool about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Back to throw again. To Mixon on the check down. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I believe I can see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room, too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught 11 on the field. Those sidelines can become the 12th defender and work to the defense's advantage on that play.
On 4th down, Drew Chrisman on the punt. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, time for a check of the next-gen stats from that first half for Cincinnati. And their passing game has been the reason why they lead thus far. They've had great success moving the ball through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Jets, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. And the Jets head out on offense here to start this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And the hitch route is run really well. That jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space. All you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Just what they needed, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. On second down, a run with Hall. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Forced out to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the scrambler or the dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A little jet sweep to start the drive.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Off play action. Mobley. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone, first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Trey Hendrickson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mahomes. Caught by Wilson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll go for a gain of 7. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not end up a touchdown? Remember, he just didn't take the ball across the play. He's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Conklin, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Jets are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Zerline now for the PAT. And a good job on the hold there as this is good through the snow, and this game is tied. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with a Jet touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 3. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half.
1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Mobley dumps it off to Mixon. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, Mobley. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And the Jets are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on it, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Mahomes now on 1st down. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Elijah Moore, 52 yards. And the Jets have scored again in this 3rd quarter. This time to move out in front.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as a wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bengals set to take over. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Jamar Chase, the intended receiver.
And that'll bring up second down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now they go with a slant that time, 15 yards and a first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Mobley. That's the tight end, Hurst, with it. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
They'll look to throw again.
Again, that's Hurst. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Higgins.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. On second down, here's Mixon. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 49 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Mobley.
This goes out wide from Mixon. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. To throw on second down. Mobley. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 2. He's got Hurst, his tight end.
And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
McPherson on for the point after.
And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
Takes it at the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Time to watch Elijah Moore get back to work as the Jets offense returns to the field.
They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Here's Mahomes to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to gain the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Mahomes. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and just a couple.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Open man here is Conklin.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
On 1st down, Mahomes.
Over the middle and complete to Wilson. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me. I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And again, it's Mahomes. This pass out wide to Hall. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. There's Hall bringing in another one. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And 3rd and 1 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Throwing now is Mahomes. And this is caught. He hits more. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter-punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the 4th quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You talk about those punches and counter-punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25. So now the Bengals down on the scoreboard. Just over 2 minutes to go. They'll have one play here just north of the 2-minute warning. Throwing to start the drive. Mobley. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Pass complete to Higgins.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The quick slant, good for a first down, a gain of 12.
I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Back to throw.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Very sharp here to start this drive, 3 for 3.
Yeah, I like the way he's running this 2-minute drill. Very sharp, very precise in throwing the football.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. He completes it to Boyd.
He'll get it inside the 20.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, 41 yards.
And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
And now out come the Jets.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Mahomes to throw it. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Mahomes will throw. He dumps this one off here to Hall.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Well, that answers the question in my head. They're going to go for the win right now.
I think you're absolutely right. They're not content with going to OT. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Mahomes gets this to Moore.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there in the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So it'll all come down to the booming right leg of Greg Zuerlein. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This from long, very long range. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
Boy, that's a big-time letdown there. You work yourself in position to win the game, but the kick winds up no good. And now you've got to regroup as a team, get the energy back up, and get ready for overtime. And make sure you pump him up, too. He may be needed to try and win it again later.
Throwing to start the drive. Mobley. Here we go. This to avoid overtime. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
The conditions only going to get worse as we get back to football here to start this overtime. Fields it right around the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
And New York set to take the field.
All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
Now Hall to start the drive.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way, because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football.
41 yards rushing for him as he was just trying to win his guys to an overtime victory.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
They've got the jumbo set out there. A huge play in this overtime session. It's 3rd and inches.
On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he'll have a Jets first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well.
In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
First throw of overtime for Mahomes. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Four yards remain for second down. To throw, it's Mahomes. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Mahomes now on first down. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Hall on a give up the middle. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 yards there and a first down. They've had some success here in overtime in this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to them.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Here's Mahomes to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A handoff for Hall. And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals 21. 69 yards rushing for him now to this point. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. That close on third down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on third and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and they have regained the lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up, because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
After the made field goal, Zuerlein back out there now to send this one away. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25. A touchback. The Bengals offense returns to the field.
Well, it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime, or obviously, Charles, a touchdown to win it.
Yeah, and I'm taking the defense's perspective on this one, partner, because now they know with a 3-point lead, they can afford to give that up because you just keep playing, right? Overtime gets extended. But if you give up the touchdown, it's game over. So on offense, every play you make, you've got to try and get just a little bit more out of each one in order to try and get to the end zone, because they're going to play everyone back, keep everything in front.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
On 1st and 10, Mobley. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Mobley. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course, you got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 41-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. They wanted to avoid the dreaded 4th down and having to get a conversion or it being the final play. They picked it up, though, on 3rd.
I love how you described that because we've been in those situations and seen it. If you get to 4th down, especially in overtime, things get a little shakier, don't they? The hands get shaky, right? The throw, if you're going to throw the ball, being able to run it, all of that coming down to one big play. Very nice of them and nice for them to pick it up on 3rd.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
On the delay, it's Mixon. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. Mobley. And that will be incomplete.
Whenever I see an in route dropped, as we just saw in that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This a long one to try and keep us going in overtime. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to keep the game alive. And this is not going to do it. It's no good. An ambitious effort to try and force this game into sudden death, but it was not to be, and they fall by 3 in overtime.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
And New York set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So 3 points, the deciding margin, and the kick no good at the end that could have sent us to overtime. And while it was a decently long kick, we've almost gotten to the point with these kickers these days, anything inside 60, we just expect them to make it, but that was a tough pressure kick.
I love how you brought that up, though. That is so true, because the kickers have almost done themselves a disservice by being so good. Exactly right. And when they do miss it, I'm not sure we give enough gravity to the idea of, that's a really long kick in a difficult